Holy crap, boys. We've done it.
Yeah. This is the Christmas special, everybody. Get
We've
your jingle
done
bells
it.
out.
Get your jingles bells out. We are back. Holy
Audio.
shit.
There we go. That'll help.
Oh, Guilherme, I can see you.
I know.
On that note, season 2. Who would have thought we're back for season 2? Incredible.
The critics said it couldn't be done.
They said it couldn't be done.
After we tore our podcast ACL, they said we'd never come back.
And here we are, better than ever.
And here we are. All 6 ACLs.
I don't think that's how ACLs work. I feel like we are there 6 ACLs? Do you have 6 ACLs?
There's 3 of us.
The 3 of us.
All right. Okay, that was embarrassing. I'm gonna chalk that up to we haven't really done a podcast in a while.
Producer's note: edit that out so Ryan doesn't look dumb.
Yeah. So, anywho,
Ryan, are you ridiculously loud?
I don't think so.
Oh, I gotta turn on my volume. Hold on. Sounds like you're shouting at me. My volume's down, dude. You just gotta stop shouting.
Well, so you could on Discord, you could also right-click on the person's screen and monitor their volume individually. So if you don't want
turn Ryan down,
that's not
how it works. That's a mouse pad, or not a mouse pad, trackpad.
That's not how that works. Yeah. So.
Sorry.
I feel like we have a lot of catching up to do. I think.
Yeah.
Because how long has it been? Realistically, how long has it been since we've had an episode of On That Note?
I can tell you.
June?
No, way before that.
Nah. Really?
Yeah.
I think June.
Well, we got through 9 episodes of On That Note, and that concluded season 1. We were renewed for a second season. Thank you to our sponsor, Miller Lite. We really appreciate Miller Lite picking us up for another season. Hoping to do the boys at Miller very proud.
Great taste.
I was looking at the first episode earlier, and that was in April. Our last episode was June 18th. At least it published June.
Sorry, C-Rod.
June 18th.
Sorry,
right.
C-Rod.
Yeah, sorry, C-Rod.
We probably recorded a little earlier. We skipped a couple weeks. That pushed us into June too.
Sorry, C-Rod.
Sorry, C-Rod.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
So we have taken a 6-month hiatus, and we're back tonight. Does anyone want to start us off? Like, what happened in the last 6 months for you guys?
Yeah, let's recap.
You want to go around the room? Yeah, let's go around the room.
I'll go first. Let's start classically how you read, top right.
Top right.
We're all manga fans. We're all anime fans. You top to left, top right to bottom left. All right. Last episode was the 18th. June 30th, I started working and then saved up all my money, paid off a bunch of debt, got a computer. I'm in a new area. I'm no longer facing that way on a shitty desktop, or not desktop, a shitty laptop with bad lights.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I got no lights, but now I got a nice computer, nice desk, 2 monitors. I can do a lot of clicking and looking to different things. And that's all I've been doing. I've been working and buying a computer and playing games when I get home.
You have been working a lot in the 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So working, new computer setup. Love it. C-Rod, what have you been doing up for these next 6 months? These last 6 months?
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to recap 6 months in 3.5 minutes? Is that what you want?
Yeah, just give everyone a little update on your life, man. Jeez.
Tell you about my life. I made a realization the other day.
Okay, you made a realization.
This is when I was in my mid-20s.
Oh.
It felt like 30 was an eon away, like a galaxy away. I will never be 30. 5 years from now, no way. I'm 31. And I feel like I'm going to be 50 next week.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm already 50. I feel like I might as well be 50. I came to that realization this week. That's one thing I've been up to in the past 6 months. I've restarted collecting baseball cards and all sports cards, actually, for that matter. I'm very excited about that. I collected them when I was a kid, and my brothers were being douches about it and trying to not let me take my baseball card collection from when I was a child, because they claimed that it was their baseball card collection. But I just don't remember them being there. You know what I mean? When I was doing it, because I remember doing it. I don't remember them being there.
In the house, or
like doing it with me. Like I'm like I remember being like, oh, baseball cards, and then being like, oh, see you later. You know what I mean? But now they want it.
They want it, right? Okay.
Baseball cards, inevitable mortality. I lost like 20 pounds.
You lost like 20 pounds, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Well, that's awesome.
By doing nothing. Literally, I just like stopped eating.
Okay.
That'll do it.
I mean, that'll do it.
Like most of the day. Like I spend a lot of my day not eating.
Mm-hmm.
And then the portion of my day when I do eat, then I just eat.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, so I want to talk about two things that you have come up with. I'll give a quick recap, but I have done nothing in the past 6 months. I mean, we have gone back to work, obviously. I am also in a new location. I have pimped out an office. I think the last episode I was still downstairs, and I was getting Alexa to like chime in whenever she thought I said her name.
Yeah, that was a good podcast moment.
Yeah, that was great. But I have moved upstairs. We have returned to work. It has been a crazy, 5 months of school. C-Rod can also attest to that. It sucks. It's stressful. But you know what? I was just talking to someone, my orchestra director. And you know what? Through this whole time, we are very fortunate that all three of us, in fact, have had the opportunity to be employed. We have not lost our jobs. Where a lot of people have not had that luxury. So, it is what it is. Glad to be back, though, and see the boys on Saturday night. Saturday is for the boys, so I'm very happy to be here with you guys. Guilherme redeemed a hydrate, but all I have is beer, so I guess I'm just gonna hydrate with beer.
But let's cheers to season 2.
Cheers to season 2, everyone. It's so good to see you guys back. Everybody. Cheers, everyone. All right, so I want to talk about two things that were said in the recap for everyone's life.
Hit it.
Okay, ready?
Hit it.
So Guilherme, you have gone through a weight loss journey. Through COVID, I guess, right?
Yeah, I started the week before my birthday, so the first day of February.
Okay. And C-Rod has lost 20 pounds since COVID.
Yeah.
I would like to report that I have not gained weight in COVID. So
nice, dude.
Really happy about that. So that's
just as good.
That's awesome.
Like everyone's talking about like the COVID-15, like we're back in college.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the COVID too. Like I think maybe I gained 2 pounds, but that's because like sometimes I have pasta. I don't know, like whatever. So I'm cool with 2 pounds.
Dude, how do you do your pasta? Like, what are you doing on your pasta?
Well, oh man, well that's I'm glad you brought that up because I just made pasta tonight.
Tell me what you did.
I learned this trick from Jason Bloom. So shout out to Jason Bloom. So Jason Bloom taught me that you have to season the water that you cook the pasta in.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know that, man. I don't know. So I boil my water. I put some oil in it.
Mm-hmm.
I put some salt in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I boil it. And then I like to over sauce my pasta. I don't know if you guys are saucers or not, but I like to over sauce.
What kind of sauce you rocking?
Usually the red. I mean, I made a chicken parm tonight.
That sounds delicious.
We're trying to be as close to gluten-free as possible. But gluten-free flour is like kind of weird. I don't know if you've ever had like gluten-free stuff.
I think so.
But it just like crumbles weird. It just like it doesn't have like that crunch and the consistency. So gluten-free, it's weird. The gluten-free pasta is good. Vegan cheese. Oh, can we talk about vegan cheese for a second?
Yeah, dude. Yes, we can.
I've never had it.
It doesn't melt.
It doesn't melt.
Why? You were vegan for a minute, right?
Yeah, dude. It doesn't melt. I think it's like not real. It's like made in a lab.
Is it because there's no fat in it? Because
I think there's probably fat in it.
But wouldn't the fat be from like the milk, like the animal, and that would not be considered vegan?
So wait a minute. So it's fat only in animal products? No, that's bullshit. Because
no, it's not.
Fat.
It's not. But fat. It's right. But cheese is made from milk, and the milk
Yeah.
has fat. That's what makes like whole milk has the whole fat.
Yeah, which is what you're saying is right, but
Right.
I think there could still be fat in vegan cheese as well.
I guess. I don't know how it's made. So
To be honest, I have no idea. That all went over my head. Terry's Kitchen told me not to put oil in my pasta water, just salt. So thank you, Terry's Kitchen.
Oh,
I'll try it because I will trust her cooking
wow! What
anytime.
a terrible cook.
Well, you know what, man? I'm
they
young
have
and
kitchen in
dumb.
their name, so.
Well, yeah, Terry's Kitchen. She knows her stuff, and I can vouch for that. So, all right, I won't do oil.
I don't know. You should be better cooking, man.
Well, okay. Thank you for pointing out my flaws as a 30-year-old male in America. But my point is, I put the chicken parm in for 30 minutes. Like, I had a breakdown, by the way. I called C-Rod, like, one day.
Yeah,
I had a breakdown.
That's what I'm talking about.
I had a breakdown one day where, like, I just could not cook a piece of fish. No matter what I did, it was still raw. And like
specific details about this fish. I want to know how long you're cooking it for because the numbers are remarkable to me. Like how the physics worked in your kitchen that day is remarkable to me.
I mean, it was a long time. I have to say it was like an extremely long time. It was like 350. I mean, the oven was 350. I started with 20 minutes.
There's no way.
Yeah,
bro,
that's enough. It should be enough.
That should
Was
be
it frozen?
Previously frozen.
But once you put it in, it wasn't frozen.
I did thawed it, yes.
Yeah.
No, you thawed it. If you de-thawing is freezing.
No, de-thaw is unfrozen.
I think it's like where de-thaw and thaw mean
No.
the same thing.
No, thawing means freezing something that was frozen. De-thawing would mean freezing it again.
All right, this isn't a good start to the podcast.
Time out. No. I think
Is it okay? Okay, but
thawing
was the fish soup? Okay, go ahead.
It was not soup. It was unfrozen. I pulled it out to unfreeze.
Okay.
Whatever word that is, I did that.
I got you. I'm with you.
And then I put it in for 20 minutes, 350, and it was. I mean, it was like a fillet, maybe a half a fillet.
Oh, like a white.
It was like a white fish. I think it might have been swordfish or cod. I don't know. Cod sounds right. But like 20 minutes, take it out, uncooked, put it back in for another 15 because I was like, Guilherme, I'm telling you, after 15 more minutes, uncooked.
You cooked one piece of fish for an hour. Almost.
Two pieces of fish for 45 minutes, and it was uncooked. And then I had a mental breakdown. I had like a moment. I had like a breakdown about it. And then Kayla, bless her heart, just like put it in the microwave for 3 minutes and it was cooked. So I don't know.
I don't think your oven was on.
Yeah, was your oven not on?
I don't think your oven was on.
It was on. It was ready to go. I don't know what happened that day, but
you call somebody about that. Obviously, your oven's
I did.
Not
I called C-Rod. I called C-Rod like
a professional that fixes ovens.
No, I'm a good cook.
Well, okay. I know you're a good cook. I've had your cooking. The point of that story is maybe my oven is broken because this cheese did not melt.
No, vegan cheese is bullshit. It doesn't melt.
Well, okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's gross.
But why? Because of the fat? Is that what we decided?
Listen, that was just something I said. Don't take that.
Okay.
Don't take that for work.
I think it has to do with the fact that it's just like created in a lab. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
like it's just like.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
But isn't everything made in a lab now? Like, isn't butter also made in like some sort of lab? And butter still melts.
Yeah, but it's made from like.
Oh, okay. Not like synthetic. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I got you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. In an effort, so my work schedule is not bad, but it's early in the morning to like mid-afternoon. So, in an effort to not eat out and to not order stuff, because that would be counterproductive to what I've been doing and just bad, and I want to save money anyway. My air fryer broke. I had an air fryer since I started in February, and it broke when we moved, and I didn't buy another one. So instead of being lazy, because sometimes I'd be like, oh, I don't want to cook when I get home. I got to do dishes. I'll just order something. Instead of doing that, I spent the money, got a new air fryer. And then, I'm telling you, this thing probably cook fish in 5 minutes.
Well,
it's very good.
I'm glad you brought that up because I've had some very good purchases this quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought a mantle for my living room.
Looks great.
Hold on.
Love it.
A
Yeah.
mantle?
A mantle. Yeah, like a mantle place.
With a fireplace.
Like
Yeah.
a fireplace. Yeah.
Like a fireplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fake.
You
So
saw
like
it.
you roll it in. When
What?
did I see it?
It
I
was,
saw it.
when we had on that note down like for season 1,
That's
man.
right. It was in the background.
It was in the background. It was like a little fireplace in the back.
Oh.
Anyway.
I thought
Anyway.
that was like the Yule log channel.
No, I mean,
Nope.
so it is digital. Oh, it's not digital. There's like fake logs in it, and then the lights. I mean, make it look like it's fire.
Does it
But-
does it make it warm?
It can. It has the option.
Okay.
But I mean, like the only time we would have had to use it is this cold front 3 days ago, or this past
Yeah.
2 weeks. But you
Been
know,
so good.
whatever. It's been so good. I bought that. I bought bicycles, which were a great investment. And then now that
Bicycles.
bicycles,
Okay.
yep.
Mhm.
But now that we're back at work, it's like kind of fallen by the wayside.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what else? And I also bought an air fryer.
It's the best.
Here's my concern with air fryers. And again, you know my cooking history now.
Yeah.
I think I'm using it wrong
Okay.
because it smells like cancer every time I use it.
Mm.
Let me. Did you? Are you cleaning it?
Yeah.
I clean it. Yes.
Okay. Can you walk us through how you clean it? Because I have a feeling this might be the issue.
Okay. Well, before you start, I have one. I use it every day. By the time Chris gets home from work, does it smell weird, or does it smell like food?
I mean, it smells like there's a smell, but it just smells like your food,
Right. It just smells like.
But
I'm
it-
like
cooking.
sausage.
So it doesn't
Yeah.
smell like burnt plastic.
Ooh, Ryan. Oh,
No, it smells like sausage. Because yeah.
Ryan,
All right,
what are you doing?
I don't know, man. Like so when I first took it out of
How
the
do you
pack,
how do you clean it? How do you clean it?
I'm trying to tell you. So soap and water
Okay.
on a paper towel,
What do you soap in water?
everything.
Like you take the tray out.
Yeah, I take the tray out. I soap and water the tray. I clean the tray and I take out the metal part that it actually gets fried, and then I clean the bottom part too. The only thing I don't clean is like the inside. And then every time I use it, it says to season the pan. So I put like coconut oil and I rub it on the pan.
It's interesting. Maybe yours is just busted. It's just burning plastic on the inside.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay,
'Cause mine doesn't do that.
it's
Is there
possible.
a sticker somewhere you forgot to take off? Is it possible you didn't remove a sticker?
It's possible. Anything is possible when you try hard enough.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
I don't think that's the case, but it could be. I don't know. I don't know. Real quick, I just want to ask: is anyone watching the stream right now? Like,
I am.
Here is the audio lining up because I forgot to fix that little aspect.
Of course. Is the audio on? Can we check and make sure
The audio's
on.
on. I see the
It's
audio.
definitely on. I'm gonna mute you guys so I can hear this for
Yeah,
a second.
Terry's Kitchen said the comment about oil, so it has to be on.
Yeah.
I want to see if it's like lining up.
It's good.
It's lined up
Right.
and everything.
Yeah.
Cool.
Perfect.
All right, so that I don't know. So I have an air fryer. I used it twice and it was great. I made like wings. I
Yeah,
didn't cook fish because I thought an oven can
Yeah.
handle it. But
PTSD.
I don't know.
PTSF.
It's. I'll tell you what. It's the best for when you get home at 3:00 and you've been awake since 3 a.m. I just throw food in there, go take a shower. When I come out, it's done, and then I eat.
Right. And
It's
that's
very good.
see, I don't know.
And it uses no oil, and I'm not. It's like I'm having chicken and some sort of green.
Yeah.
Now,
Maybe I'll throw an egg in there.
you put an egg in the air fryer?
So what I do is I buy the pre-hard-boiled eggs like that you buy to put in like salads or just to eat, and I'll cut them in half, and then on the last minute of whatever cooking, I open it. My mouth is watering. I open it, and I put in the halved egg, just to get it warm, like I just hard-boiled it for real, and then I eat it.
Now, do you cook your proteins and your veggies at the same time?
So right now I just bought a tray of like little meatballs from Publix,
Ooh.
and I'll put in.
Are they
4.
Swedish? Are they
Nope.
Swedish?
No, they're not. They're Publix. I'll put in I'll put in 4, and I'll hit the meat button, and then it's like it's 10 minutes at 400 degrees, and once that's done, I open it and I throw in asparagus, close it, let that go for like 3 minutes just so it gets soft. Take it out, throw the egg in there for a minute, and it's all done.
Wait, but
I keep the meatball in the whole time.
so
I like it to get crispy.
Hold on, time out. Guilherme just said the phrase, I keep the meatball in the hole.
time.
No, I keep the meatball
Time.
the whole time.
Wait, so when you cook your, all right, so recap that. So you cook your meatballs, right?
Yeah.
And then you put everything else in after the meatballs. You keep the meatballs in the whole time. So
I keep it in the whole time.
So if you're cooking for a total the meatballs of 10 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
do you cook the meatballs for 5 minutes, take them out, reset the timer for another 4 minutes, put it back in, or do you literally just take out the tray while it's frying?
While it's going.
Oh, that's scary to me, man.
No.
That's like
It's like opening the oven.
The meat preset is 10 minutes. I'll add 5 minutes to that in total. So
Mhm.
at the end of 10 minutes, I'll open it, throw the asparagus in, and put it back in. The meatball keeps going. Just because I like it a little crispier on the outside. Because I could take it out at the end of 10 and it's fine. I like it a little bit more.
right, but you so you don't stop the air fryer, take it out, put your stuff in, and then put it back in. So when you pull out the tray, it's cycloning hot air.
Yeah, but as soon as you take it out, it stops.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't keep blowing a hot tornado in the thing.
Okay.
I think it's just like opening an oven, right?
Yeah, it is.
Like when you open the air fryer, it's just like opening the oven. Like it's hot, but it's like the hot air comes out and you close it, and then the hot air like stays in.
See, because when I cook chicken wings, I thought they would be a little more crispy, crunchy. I like mine a little more well done, crispy, crunchy.
Yeah.
But so like I had to do like 10 minutes, flip them, 10 more minutes. But I took that as I had to cook them for 10 minutes. But I guess because then I had to preheat again.
But it should still be hot.
It's already hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't preheat or anything. I literally turn it on, throw the food in, and close it, and it's good at the end.
And it's bada bing,
What's
bada
the
boom.
difference
Yeah.
between an
might
air
just have to
fryer
turn
and
the temperature up and like crisp it for like 10 or 5 minutes at the
Right.
end.
Okay.
isn't an air fryer just like a convection oven?
Yeah.
Or are they like very similar?
It's a small oven, so it gets hotter
Small
faster
yeah.
and contains
Right,
like,
right,
heat
right.
for one spot.
So,
Gotcha.
So what's the difference between that and like broiling something?
When you broil something, well,
It's heat. Broiling is heat coming from the top, I think.
yeah. The thing is, it's basically a little oven where an oven has to heat up all that space to cook one thing in the middle. Instead of doing that, you're just putting it in a little box that gets hot super fast and cooks all the way through. Just because it's
Ryan,
only doing the one thing.
A broiler would be more for like crisping the top edge of like a souffle or something. You know what I mean? You put it in because it's heat, direct heat from the top. It's not really meant to cook it so much.
Okay.
It like browns the cheese on top of something or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. See, that's how little I know about anything. I have no. I would like to be better at cooking. But honestly, like, and maybe C-Rod, and now Guilherme. I mean, you work all the damn time. Guilherme, you work more than I think I do. I just like the last thing I want to do, like when I get home, is cook.
That's what I'm saying. That's
You
why
know what I
got this
mean?
thing.
Like, it's
I
just
do know
like,
what you mean.
you know, and now that like indoor season is happening, winter season. I don't know if Chris, if you're doing an indoor season, but but now that indoor season is happening, I get home like I'm at school. I don't know, 7. Let's call it 7:15 because realistically, it's 7:25. But let's call it 7:15. I don't get home until like 8 o'clock every night now.
Yeah.
I have one group. I have 2 groups Monday, Wednesday. I have one group Tuesday, Thursday. I don't get home until 8. So the last thing I want to do is like pull out stuff, cook it, and then the cleanup after that.
How are they going to have a virtual season, by the way? Sorry to interrupt you. I'm just
No. So there's a few different circuits in Florida. I don't know if you're following the Florida indoor scene. But there's the FFCC, Florida Federation of Color Guard Circuits.
Wow.
I think. And then there's the SFWGA, South Florida Winter Guard Association. So the SFWGA has already committed to doing virtual. FFCC has an option of doing in person or virtual. So what's going to happen is the virtual is it acts just like a show. So like Saturday, you have a performance. It doesn't matter what time, just you have a performance on Saturday. You have to do one take, one video of your performance and send it into the judges. And then they give you, I guess, feedback and a score. I don't really know.
So then you just run the show from your home gym.
You run it from your home gym. You take a recording from your home gym, and that's it.
Yeah.
It seems like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the best way to do it if you're still going to do it.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna go to 2 live shows, and finals is in Daytona. So if like our principal says, yeah, you're good, then we're going.
Yeah.
We'll see if that actually happens. I don't know.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah. WGI is also doing just a virtual only. So you know, it is what it is. We're trying to keep the train moving.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
You got to. I mean, especially, and we talk about this all the time, like coming out of COVID, band is going to be very scary to deal with.
Yeah.
Especially with like, I mean, these virtual kids, there's no way that they're going to come back the same players, the same work ethic, there's just no way.
No.
I hope so. I sincerely hope I'm wrong, but I know my freshmen that are virtual are like way behind the people that are in person.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is what it is. But that took a weird turn to hear from air fryers, but I guess that's where we're at.
I had one more thing I was going to say because Guilherme mentioned hard-boiled eggs. I'm going all in on deviled eggs being the prime hors d'oeuvre. Like, there is not an hors d'oeuvre that is more highly contested at a function than the deviled egg. Deviled eggs go first every time.
Blanket.
Yeah, but pigs in a blanket are plentiful. Those last the whole party. You can keep having pigs in a blanket after dinner. Deviled eggs are gone before all the guests even arrive.
I think that's not a...
Okay, I mean...
I think that's not a want thing. I think they're just more complex to make. They just take longer to make. So you make less.
Guilherme, this goes back to what you and I were talking about earlier, because the audience wants more. The market is not oversaturated with deviled eggs. So therefore, they're gone. You got to get to the party early if they're serving deviled eggs.
But at that point, is it not fake? What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Because there's less, it creates, like, people are like demand. Like when I go to a store, and I say, well, there's less of that, so that must be better than what there's more of.
Yeah, supply and demand.
But you could just make less of the thing to make a artificial. That was the word I'm looking for. Artificial demand.
That's true. Almost like diamonds. I learned that diamonds are like, they have a lot of diamonds. They just choose not to sell them in order to keep the prices high, which is why if you have a diamond, like the resale value on them are very little. Like places don't want to buy diamonds back because they can get a whole bunch. I don't know if that's true. I read it on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Everything you read on the internet.
It's probably true, because what could be wrong on the internet, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Hey,
anybody got a better hors d'oeuvre, by the way? I mean, I got pigs in blanket, I got deviled eggs.
Well, I think I have a better hors d'oeuvre, but it's not a popular hors d'oeuvre, and it kind of brings me back to like the discussion we had in season 1, where like things that your parents told you that you thought were true your whole life.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. So my mom used to make bacon wrapped what is that thing called? Watercress. Bacon wrapped watercress.
You can't stop after water, because that doesn't make sense.
Bacon wrapped watercress, dude.
Is it good?
Oh, yeah. It's so good. It's just like, it's got everything. It's got the crunch. It's got the saltiness from the bacon. It's crunchy. It's got like that weird little watercress taste. It's so good.
I've never been to a function that has served hors d'oeuvres. Like either people walking around with hors d'oeuvres or like a table of like, this is like little like appetizers before we get to the thing. But I've never had that. I've been to parties where it's like a football thing, like a football party, Super Bowl party. I don't know why I said
Yeah,
football
that
thing.
counts. That counts.
One of
Those
those
count
one of those
hors
sports
d'oeuvres?
ball parties.
I mean,
I guess then.
you can't also argue with chips and dip.
Chips
Like,
and dip is classic.
Chips
but
and
that's not
dip is a
prime- that's not prime.
classic.
It's
That's
classic.
classic. It's not prime,
It's classic,
though.
but it's not prime. You're right.
It's not
Okay.
prime.
It's not premium.
I think it's pretty premium. Have you like? There's nothing better than like a French onion dip. Oh,
I like a French onion dip.
French onion dip is so good.
come on! You're gonna tell me
But
that's not
you
prime?
know what? That the Super Bowl where the Falcons blew it. that I
Yeah, they
watched
did.
At your house.
Yeah, they
Ryan,
did.
And your parents were there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my
And
god.
your mom made some sort of meatball thing. Was it
Yeah.
like sweet and sour or like tangy. Oh my god, I ate so many of those.
That was
so many of those.
You know, this is not a meme. Those were Swedish meatballs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like the sauce. Oh my god,
Yeah. My mom cooks a lot of food.
that was so nice.
My mom cooks a lot of food. Yeah. I don't know. I would like if I were to rank them. See, deviled eggs is like not even on my radar.
What?
Yeah,
What?
because
I've
like
never had a deviled egg.
because
I will
like
stand for this.
because if I'm going for like hors d'oeuvres, I'm going for like pigs in a blanket, chips and dip.
Every time pigs in the blanket.
I'm going for like taquitos. Like, have you had a taquito,
Oh.
bro?
Let me tell you.
I'm
Let
going
me
for
tell you what I
chicken
think about
wings.
you.
Okay, go ahead.
Ryan,
Yeah,
let
go
me
ahead.
tell you.
No,
dude.
I'm listening,
I
man.
dropped something a minute ago. When you texted earlier, what time did you want to start the podcast?
Yeah.
7:30. And what time did we start? So
Later.
I think you as a human, I think you're just like a late arriver. So
Yeah.
I think by the time you get to the party, there's only chips and dip left. So in your simple mind, you're just like, oh, these are the best things ever. But it's just because you just haven't gotten to the party in enough time to like experience the good, you know?
I mean, you could be right. I am late a lot, but I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
usually not late. I'm usually not late like by
not
hours.
An in-person thing. Also, you're not.
Hey,
I've never
you know
heard
what?
you'd be late by like an in-person thing.
But that's the thing about deviled eggs. You need to be late by minutes. To
I
make it.
don't. I don't think deviled eggs are
Minutes, and then
selling
they-
out quick.
Ask the chat. Put it in the chat. Somebody in the chat.
The
to
chat-
Help me out on
I mean,
The,
this.
the
Let me
chat.
know
The chat will answer their opinions if they're here, but
No,
I don't
that
think.
these deviled eggs. Let me tell you too what happens with deviled eggs. People, as they're preparing them, you
They eat
can't
them.
pick at them. You can't pick at them because then they're gone. You'll never be done preparing them. Chips and dip, you're constantly eating as you're preparing. Cheese and crackers, you're eating as you're preparing. You know what I mean? You can't with deviled eggs,
Oh,
man.
dude, a good charcuterie board.
I love a charcuterie board.
That's a pretty good hors d'oeuvre. Who doesn't
Actually,
like?
I think any served on a wood plank is just better.
That's true.
I mean, I
That's
agree.
fact.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's fact. I've never partaken from a charcuterie board because I'm not a fan of cheese and cold meats or
So-
olives for that matter. I hate olives.
So you don't like charcuterie boards? That's what.
No, I
that's what.
don't.
Okay,
No, that's
alright.
the thing. Cheese has to be melted.
Well,
for
if
me
it's
to eat it.
if it's vegan, forget about it.
This is vegan. Yeah, you're not doing that.
And I can't, for the most part, except some exceptions to the rule, savory has to be hot or warm, and sweet can be both, because like brownies and shit. But I don't like cold savory things. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Like I don't like cold cuts. Basically, that's what I'm coming down to. I don't like cold cuts. When kids would have, when I'd go to elementary school, and kids would bring like ham and cheese sandwiches that are just bread, ham, cheese, bread, not toast, like not anything. I'm like, what are you doing? It's not cooked yet. I'm like, yeah, it's a sandwich.
That freaks me out a little bit, Guilherme. I'm gonna be
I
honest
don't
with
like
you
that.
for a second.
I would go to school, and I'm a picky eater, less as I've gotten older, but it made probably my mom's life a living hell, like trying to figure out what to send me to school with for food, because if it had to be hot or warm or something that didn't need to be that. So it was a lot of like crackers but no cheese. Fuck that.
Wait, so you just had saltine crackers?
Yeah, that's not a meme. Yeah, I'll take like sleeves.
That's weird. That's weird, dude. I had these friends growing up. They were like family friends, and they were kind of picky eaters. So every time we went over to eat, they would grill up steak and they would grill up chicken and barbecue and blah blah blah. And then the kids would eat buttered pasta. Like they were just picky
I do
eaters.
a butter pasta. I do a butter pasta.
That's well, I'm not in that. Like I will eat butter pasta, but not if somebody's making steak and chicken. Like
I think buttered pasta is the weirdest thing ever. I would never in a million. I would never in a million years be like, you know what? I could really go for buttered pasta,
dude. All right, so let me paint you. You boil up some pasta, right? You boil up some pasta
with no oil.
Water out.
Salt in the water.
No oil.
No
you drain
oil.
the pasta water out. You put it back in the pan or into another saucepan or whatever. A little bit of butter, garlic, some whatever seasonings you like. Give it a quick little.
Yeah.
Done. Little meal. Maybe a little sprinkle Parmesan cheese on top. It's done. Easy. It's over.
But why not just? Okay, that's all great. But like, picture this scenario: you boil your pasta, you strain it, you put it back in the pan, and then you pour red sauce on it.
I mean, sometimes you're not in the mood for red sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, if you just ever like want pasta but not with red sauce. Are you saying every pasta you ever have is with red sauce?
Every single pasta I've ever eaten
here, dude.
is with
You don't
some
do like
sort
an
of
Alfredo or a pesto or a penne alla vodka
with some
or
sort of sauce.
That's
Now,
a butter sauce.
A butter sauce.
That's just butter. You're talking about just butter.
No.
You're talking about butter and garlic. Alfredo is not butter based; it's cream based.
Yeah.
Ryan,
Vodka sauce is not butter based. It's
cream based.
It's
that's not butter. That's not a butter sauce, but there is a butter sauce. That's just literally pasta with butter in it, which is still delicious, by the way.
I think a butter sauce is called a scampi.
I think it has to have lemon.
Lemon. I mean, like I've had like chicken franchise, which is like lemon, butter, garlic.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
But it's a thicker sauce though. It's not just butter.
You have to make it a sauce. But for kids, in the situation that you were stating, kids are picky eaters. You just throw a thing of butter in it, and then here you go. There's butter and noodles.
I mean, these were like very dear friends of mine. They were not like kids. I mean, I knew them until I left New York. So like 18, 20, buttered noodles.
That's weird.
My cousin only eats yogurt. And now I think he grew out of that though, and he's kind of young, so like I get it. So he would come over
every meal.
Well, when he was like really young, he'd like they would come over and we would do like this. You've seen my parents cook; they cook a lot. Yogurt and like fruit.
After the podcast, I'm gonna have some fruit and some yogurt actually.
Yeah, but not for a meal.
Yeah,
that's also probably dangerous. I don't know how many nutrients and like protein.
I don't know. I have no idea.
So are you saying your New York friends would order butter pasta instead of steak?
They wouldn't order. They wouldn't order butter pasta. Like when we went over to their house. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of texts on Discord. I'm so popular tonight. I know. I'm sorry. So when we would go over.
I don't want to do this podcast anymore. I hate you.
Really? All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. All right. So
we were trying to follow up on the text messages you were getting.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ, C-Rod, are we okay, man? We would rarely ever go out to eat. We would either go to their house or they would come to our house. And we were just like, whatever. So like whenever, like it was weird. So if we went to their house, their parents like would grill and like blah blah blah, hamburgers, hot dogs, blah, and then like they would also have like buttered noodles, like for like their kids to eat, which is fine. Like I don't know. I thought it was just like a little weird, but I guess I'm wrong. I don't know.
No. I mean, buttered noodles are not weird, but when you're a kid and a picky eater, it's like, oh, that's more sucks for like the parents that have to make a third option because their kid won't eat what they're eating. But noodles with butter is not inherently weird. No, it's quite delicious.
I think that's fucking weird. I tried it like just to be nice, and it was like buttered noodles and salt and pepper, and that's it. No garlic. Like buttered noodles, like bow ties. Not whatever the swirly ones are. Scarafelli. Whatever those are.
Cavatappi?
Huh? What?
A cavatappi?
Yeah, cavatappi.
You're probably right.
Scaramucci.
That's not right.
Scaramouche, Scaramouche. Will you do the fandango? I just thought it was weird. Salt, pepper. Like, to me, that's like I don't know, like add some mayo and like now you have a pasta salad instead. You know what I mean? Like now you have macaroni salad.
Okay.
But again, well, you said they were a little older. I was about to say this is like young kids.
Like my whole life I've known them, you know?
Right.
I don't know, whatever.
You develop as you get older. I didn't like mustard until I was like 15. I love mustard. Mustard's so good.
Well, but okay, but also like your taste buds develop, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Yeah.
If a 30-year-old goes to a restaurant and it's like a nice restaurant and it's like I'll just have butter noodles, that's weird.
That's weird, right? Yeah. Okay.
Or people that just order like chicken tenders everywhere.
But also like if you're like 17-year-old,
that's also still a little weird.
it's a little weird, right?
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm with you, Ryan.
Okay, thank you, man. That's all I'm saying.
I was never a picky eater, so like the idea of like,
I'm very picky.
I mean, like there's certain things I could prefer. Like for example, like if I like up until recently, like I didn't really like tomatoes, so I would go like, I'll go burger, no tomato on the side, whatever. Like things like that.
There's
But,
difference
like-
between picky eating and not liking certain things. That's fine. My dad doesn't like onions.
Right.
But it's
I don't
different.
know.
It's different when you like go out to a restaurant and people are like, "Well, are they at least gonna have like chicken tenders?"
Like, yeah,
Things like that.
are
And
they
that's
gonna
what
have
I'm
buttered
Right.
noodles at this restaurant? If not, I can't
Right.
go.
Right.
That's picky.
I don't care about going to like if friends invite, let's go to this restaurant I've never been to before. What I will do because I'm anal retentive is I'll look up the menu beforehand and have 3 options picked out before I
Zero.
even get to the restaurant.
Why did you just why did you just undo your shirt?
I got a little hot. No, I just got a little hot. I had to open it up a bit. I'm sorry. It's a little hot where I'm at. I got these lights,
But
man.
anyway, I'll figure it out. I'm not gonna like not go somewhere because I don't.
Right.
Well, that's also the
I'll
thing
find
is
something
like
to eat.
I was also like, I don't know about you guys. I was also raised like if we're going to a Chinese buffet and you put something on your damn plate,
Finish that.
you better not go up unless you finish your damn plate.
Yeah. 100%.
And even if you don't like it, that sucks. Just don't get it again. Like you better eat that damn chicken eye.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
I know. Yeah.
What
But
the hell? You know what I did used to have? Chicken hearts all the time. So good.
really,
I eat chicken heart.
So good. I used to, as a little kid, there's pictures of me in Brazil. My parents took. We would go to this place, little hole in the wall that sold, I think, just chicken hearts or like a little barbecue place. But they would order like 3 skewers with a bunch of them, and they would sit me on the counter, and I would just fucking eat them.
how big is a chicken heart?
Like tiny. They're small. They're small animals, Ryan.
Yeah.
That
Chickens
seems like
don't love, bro.
that seems like a mouse heart.
No. It's very small. It's probably, in all honesty, like that big. Probably a little bigger than a quarter.
What?
I mean, my heart is only this big.
Yeah. You're a big animal.
I guess that's true. What does a chicken heart taste like? Does it taste like the rest of the chicken?
So I don't remember. This is I don't think so because it's an organ, so probably it tastes different. Probably a little bit more iron. But this is the reverse of growing up and developing. I don't think I could eat chicken hearts anymore. I don't think I'm like now grossed out by it. Because it's
Really?
more- yeah.
Even though you used to love them.
Yeah. I've never had them as an adult.
All right. So how about this? Can we plan the next podcast?
Yeah.
I mean, we
all
still got like, I don't know, 20 more minutes left of this podcast.
Yeah.
But like, can we all get chicken hearts for next podcast?
Are you going to be able to prepare it? I mean, your oven runs like a fridge, right?
Well, actually, I'm going to
Yeah.
be driving to New York next week, so already we're starting off with a poor schedule. But I know, so we're gonna have to wait until after the holiday break. I didn't really think that through, but
this is the Christmas special, everybody.
this is the
It's a
Christmas
one-off.
special.
This is season 1.5.
But I think when we come back after I get back from New York, I think we should all get chicken hearts.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I think,
I mean, I'm
I
about
think preparation. I think preparation is key. I think grilling them and getting like a smoke flavor would be best.
All right, so I'm gonna eat buttered noodles. So we're having a little dinner. We're gonna have buttered
deviled
noodles.
Eggs. I've never had them. I have deviled eggs.
We're gonna have deviled eggs, chicken hearts, and buttered noodles. That's gonna be our dinner.
That sounds
Yeah.
not good.
We're gonna go for it.
Also, staying on the food subject and picking good parts. What's the best part of Chex Mix? Like the best component.
Do we want to say it on 3 because it should be the same answer for everyone?
Yeah, let's say it on 3.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Rye chips.
Rye
The
chip.
baguettes.
Wow,
Oh,
you're fucking
I like the little mini baguettes.
You're
Really?
fucking wrong.
You're
It's
dead
the rye
wrong.
chip, followed by the little baguettes. But I brought that up because I found this today at Walmart. It's just a bag of rye chips. And I
Oh
bought that
man,
so fucking quick.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
Gerald Deli's, whatever. Geragotti's, Ghirardelli's.
Giardettos.
Yeah.
Gardettos.
Oh, those are so good.
I bought that shit right up.
Back
That
in
was
the
my
day,
segue.
speaking of Chex Mix, I'm glad you brought up Chex Mix because I have a lot to say about Chex Mix. Did
Oh,
you
wow.
know back in the day, they had the cheddar flavored Chex Mix?
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
Do you know they used to have peanuts in it?
No.
True story. They used to have peanuts in it. But I think
Peanut cheddar.
they used to have
Probably
peanuts in it.
allergic reactions.
But I'm
not
sure a
knowing there was
lot of
peanuts in it.
people had like a ton of allergic reactions and they got
Yeah.
sued.
Yeah.
That's gross.
I kind of miss it.
I don't know. I don't
Oh,
eat
what
peanuts
are
in
what
my
are
Chex Mix.
some snacks of yesteryear that you guys missed that got discontinued?
Okay.
I'll tell you two.
There's
right
only
now.
one right answer, but go ahead.
I'll tell you two. From my childhood, it was 3D Doritos.
That's the only right answer. Go ahead.
That's the answer. Yeah, that's the answer.
And
Jalapeno cheddar.
the
Oh.
Altoids. The Altoids.
The sours?
The sours.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I used to have those before middle school, man. They were so good. But okay, so I followed Greg Miller from Kind of Funny, and he gets sent a lot of stuff from game developers. Like, we're gonna put out a game. Here's a bunch of like swag, and he got sent something from I don't know what developer, but they sent him a tube. It was all designed like to look like the game, but when he opened it and poured it out, and he didn't make a big deal about it. It's like, oh, cool, this, and it was 3D Doritos. And then everybody freaked out. I was like, you got 3D Doritos? Literally no one else on the planet has those. And he's like, yeah, I never had them when I was little.
What?
3D
Wow.
Doritos are so good.
But
They came in that tube. I used to just fucking open my mouth and just
to be fair,
put them in there.
I don't know if you guys have ever watched Letterkenny. Did you watch Letterkenny? Finally?
No.
I told you about it.
Like a couple episodes.
You didn't think it was
A couple
funny?
episodes. Hey, it wasn't my thing. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, thanks for trying, man. I appreciate it.
I think I watched either 3 or 4 episodes. Because the seasons are short. I think that might have seemed like the entire season.
Yeah. I mean, they're 20-minute episodes and there's only like 15 episodes, whatever. But anyway.
Yeah.
The only good thing about 3D Doritos was the jalapeno cheddar.
Yeah.
The nacho cheese was good, but like the jalapeno cheddar was where it's at.
I might have not had them when I was a kid because, like, going back to the thing, I only developed a taste for eating spicy things. I think I was like in high school.
Right. Okay.
I was scared of that shit when I was
I did just see that 3D Doritos are coming back though. They're like remaking them.
Yeah, I just saw that. Holy shit, guys!
Yeah, they're remaking, but they're starting with the nacho cheese, which is great.
Yeah.
And probably the cool ranch. Okay, what's the best Dorito flavor? 1, 2, 3. Cool Ranch.
I like Cool Ranch. I
prefer Cool Ranch over the nacho cheese.
I like the sweet chili, the purple bag.
That's my favorite. But if it's just the two, Cool Ranch is better.
Oh yeah,
than
if it's the
cheese.
2, I'll go Cool Ranch. Yeah.
Ryan.
I don't know. Okay, because it's discontinued. The answer is the best flavor was discontinued. That's the answer. Back in the day, they used to have a salsa flavor.
Salsa verde.
No.
Salsa verde, yeah.
Nope.
Oh, just salsa?
Salsa. And me and Greg Balsack.
Wait, are you saying seltzer or salsa?
Salsa. Me and Greg Balsack would go home like after school sometime, like whenever we hung out after school, and he would just have bags on bags on bags of these salsa Doritos, and they were so fucking good. And they discontinued them.
I'm gonna try something real quick. It's gonna require me turning my camera off, but I'll be back in a hot second. I'm still gonna keep talking though.
All right.
So
well,
you guys are good.
That
It's gonna fuck up the layout.
it's gonna fuck up the layout.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
hey,
Oh, it didn't mess up the layout.
Oh, nice. I just wanna try something.
You know what I
I
hate?
used to go to Craig's house. Oh, yeah, what do you hate?
No,
man?
go ahead, please.
I used to go to Craig's house, and he didn't have like thousands and thousands of like bags of Doritos. God bless you.
Thank you.
But his brother had like Crohn's disease or something, and had to have like these special like snacks that were like better for people with Crohn's disease. The only problem was that those snacks tasted way fucking better than the snacks that Craig had. So I was eating these little fucking like special like red velvet cupcake things that were special for his diet, and I was like just like scarfing them down. I was getting so much fucking trouble. Couldn't help it. They're too good, man.
What is Crohn's disease? I feel like
now that I'm saying it, it might not have been Crohn's. It might have been like a something else. But he had some sort of like something where he had to eat special foods. He couldn't eat like normal people food.
Oh, okay. The good old normal people food.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I guess that sounded rough, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he had a special diet, you know?
Look at that. Can you see that?
God, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have those I used to take those little tubes to school and just open my mouth. Shove them right in.
That's bringing back so many memories, man. I'm
Right?
going down. I used to like when I took lessons with Jeff Krause. He was my lessons teacher. I used to stop. Oh, those look so good. You know what they also like? I kind of miss. I think they still make them, but I haven't seen them. The Lifesavers, like, shoot, what were they called? They were like the Lifesavers strawberry and cream.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So good.
Yes, they're so good.
So good. Give me 2 seconds. I got to take a phone call real quick. I'm sorry. Keep talking though. I'll be right back.
What are we gonna take a phone call for?
What is
We're
happening?
in the middle of a podcast.
We're in the middle of a podcast. What is happening?
No. If we're taking a 2-minute break, this is horseshit. This is not how the
We're not
podcast
taking a
works.
2-minute break. Listen.
What is this? Why are we doing it this way? And now your camera's off. This is about myself.
No, it's almost back. Like, listen.
Here we go.
It's back.
I'm so glad we're doing
wow.
this.
How
I'm
unprofessional.
so glad that we do this podcast.
Can we just talk about this? Ryan's being very unprofessional.
So unprofessional.
Are we still on?
He doesn't care. The thing about it is, like, Ryan is in the driver's seat in this podcast. Ryan could have easily ended this podcast a few minutes ago. The phone call was coming in. But what did he do a few minutes ago? He doubled down. Was like, hey, we got 20 minutes left. I was like, okay, we got 20 minutes left. No, so we had 6 minutes left because Ryan's taking a phone call.
How unfucking I can't believe it. This might.
Well, you know what? We got a lot to talk about in the next couple of months that we take off because
the producers might come in and not like what's happening right now. Ryan might be getting cut.
There's a lot of dead air.
Well,
I would feel bad if this is a bad phone call, though. What if this is a bad phone call?
Oh yeah, we didn't think about that. What if this is?
What if we catch this live? What if we catch like a live reaction live? Like, guys, I got to go. That'd be insane.
We'd probably get.
Oh wait, while I have you here, did you see that this like UF basketball player like collapsed on the court?
I saw that. I don't know what happened though.
No, I can't read about it.
Wait, he's back. Stop.
What happened?
Everything good, bro?
Yeah, everything's great.
You tell us.
Huh?
You tell us. What's up, bro?
No, everything's great, man.
We did get a call from the producers, though. They need to have a meeting. That was very unprofessional.
Okay, more unprofessional than turning your camera off to look up Doritos?
Yeah, that was part of the conversation.
All right, I had to take a phone call. Like,
next time you take the phone call live, take it on air.
Okay, I'll take it on air.
It's
That's my
like the
bad.
teacher catching your note and you read it to the whole class. You
Okay,
know what I mean?
that's my bad, guys. I apologize. It's been 6 months since we've done a podcast.
I know.
All right, so do we want to talk about 90s nostalgia anymore? Because I have one more topic about 90s nostalgia that kind of wraps in with what C-Rod's been doing with his life lately.
Hit me.
Let's go.
Collecting cards.
Dude, let me tell you, I am all freaking about collecting sports cards right now. If you have sports cards, hit me up in the chat. Send them my way. I will take all of your sports cards. Like, let's go. I'm back and better than ever.
Now, are you only doing sports cards? Or are you doing Pokemon cards? Or are you're only doing sports?
I'm doing sports. Now, I'm focusing on baseball. I'll do basketball and football if you have them, but I'm focusing on baseball.
Now, I was watching a stream the other day where they're opening live Pokemon cards, which I know doesn't really kind of tie into what you're talking about. But what I want to ask you is how deep are you getting in? Like they're talking about P10. It's an A9 because the corner's a little busted. Like,
so
I'm not like that, but I am getting in on this like sports card opening thing because they do this thing where you like buy into an opening. So like they have this like expensive pack of cards. It's like $1,000 pack of cards, and each person buys in for I don't know, like say $100, and you get randomly assigned a team, and then whatever teams like if that pack has 3 Astros players and I pick the Astros, then I get those 3 Astros players for the $100 I spent.
For $100, you can only get 3 cards.
But yeah, well, there's like supposed to be like really good cards in the pack. It's like $1,000 pack of cards.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like an expensive pack. So the thought process is like there's expensive cards in there.
Okay.
I haven't done that yet, but that's like my next.
That's like
avenue.
next step. Okay.
So
Yeah.
randomly around September, before this really started blowing up, I was like, you know what? I was feeling kind of down, and I was like, you know what? I want to buy like Pokemon cards, like to open them when I was like when I was a little kid. I just want to feel good, and I accidentally bought a set called Evolutions, which was a reprint of the original base set with like the art.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit! I didn't know they were reprinted these. I love these. And I started looking for them before everything blew up, and I went on Amazon, and they had a sealed set of 36 packs, like the ones that they send to stores to put on display, and it was $100 and something bucks. I was like, I don't know if I want to spend $100 on Pokemon cards right now. I want to save up for the computer, all that. And then fast forward all this, and I went to look at that same box set, and it was now like $600 to buy it. And I got so fucking mad because I'm not gonna resell the box because I like having it. Like even if I had like even if I had a card, like the original Charizard that I know I had when I was a kid, and it was in good condition, I would, I would. There's a lot happening right now. I would keep it because I like owning the thing. I don't buy it for reselling. There's a little behind the scenes action happening. Anyway, the other day I did go to Target.
Phone call.
Yeah, there it is. The other day I did go to Target and like bought just random Pokemon cards and just opened it just to feel good.
Now, so is that also like the Evolutions or no?
No, because I can't find those anymore.
Did you see?
Now everybody find those.
Did you see that Kadabra Pokemon card is now being released?
Wait. Sorry, he has his things on.
He has his.
And they're mic'd.
Oh my god, how do I mute him?
Hope he can hear it. Well, if he can hear us because he has them on, then please take them out so we don't have to hear you urinate.
Or take a phone call.
Be on the phone. Yeah, on a phone call. Sorry. But I also found these like Star Wars ones. And I just bought them for funsies, and they came with like a little Yoda.
Oh, cool. Little Grogu.
Little Grogu. Spoilers, dude.
Oh, sorry.
I did see the Kadabra thing, by the way.
So I'm gonna wait until C-Rod comes back from his phone call because I'm sure it's very important.
Oh, okay. But and then one last thing before, because we've already talked about this.
Yeah.
Before I moved from where I lived through 10, from 10 to like 18, we lived in a place, and when we moved, we were not gonna have storage space that we used to have. So I was like, you know what? Now I'm older. I'm going to just donate all my stuff. And I donated like all my old Pokemon cards and like boxes and boxes of Star Wars merch. And then I have never regretted something more than that. Because rewatching like Clone Wars, I'm like, fuck, I had like all these toys that I bought and like, all these ships.
Yeah.
And I had those Pokemon cards. I had that Hollow Arcanine and that holographic Charizard. It was not going to be PSA 10 and in good condition.
PSA, that's what it is. PSA. Yeah.
It was not going to be in like selling condition because I was a kid and played with it and it's all bent and whatever.
Right.
But I would like to still own those things.
Were you ever a Boy Scout?
I think for like a week.
So for Boy Scouts, you had to like, I have an older brother. He's 2 years older than me. So.
Scout.
What?
I was
Can't hear you.
Cub Scout.
You were a Cub Scout?
Yeah.
So you being the oldest, I don't know if you ever got to this part where like one of the scouts, you had to like bring in a collection that you've been doing. And so my brother had to go through it. So my mom started with me kind of early, and she helped me do a pin collection, which was awesome. And then when the day came, I was like, Mom, I'm not going to bring in these pins because I think I'm going to get beat up. So I'm going to bring in my baseball cards. And I know, like, now that I'm older, I'm sure she was, like, broken up about it because she spent all this time collecting all these
kind
pins.
Of pin?
Any pins.
What
just
kind of pin?
like pins, like just pins you wear. Just pins that you, like, put on. And I know now that I'm older, I'm like, man, I really probably like broke her heart because she spent years collecting pins for me. And then she was like, no, that's fine. Bring in your baseball cards. But the point of that story is I'm going back to New York, and I think all my baseball cards are still in my attic, along with my Pokemon cards. So if that's the case, I'm going to jump on C-Rod's bandwagon, and I'm going to start collecting again.
Let's go. I'm excited to have a friend to collect with. Let's go.
But if not, I'm not going to start. So...
What do you mean if not?
Though. It's
like
fun.
if they're not there, like if they just don't exist anymore, I'm not gonna like restart because there's no way I'm doing that again.
So I did that.
I kind of get that.
I did that. It's not nostalgia because it's not the old art of like the original 151 that we all know. The Kadabra, not Kadabra, the Alakazam on the purple car with the spoons and
Yeah.
the Machamp,
Yeah,
whatever. But I think next time they release a new set, like this is a new set coming out, I think I'm gonna buy it, like start day one and try to finish that set.
Yeah,
I
I
might
could definitely
even-
see getting into something like that too.
I just like I love collecting. I'm a collector by nature. I mean, Ryan, you've seen all my dice.
I have seen, and what a collection it is.
I love collecting things, but I don't like clutter.
Hmm.
So I like collecting stuff and looking at it and pulling it out and like, oh yeah, and then putting it all away. Like I have,
Yeah.
I enjoy popular anime One Piece. And
I love One Punch Man, dude.
Okay, that was okay. I bought figures of the whole crew, of the pirate crew, but I don't like clutter. So I take them out for like a week. I look at all of them next to each other, and I put them back in their boxes, and they're in the closet.
Nice.
But like every once in a while, I'll just take stuff out. Like I'll put all my dice out so I can look at them and touch them, and then I'll put them all away.
You know what I used to do with my collection of Beanie Babies? Did you guys used to have Beanie Babies?
No, I did not.
I had like 2, I think. Not like a collection, but I had a couple.
I had so many Beanie Babies. My mom used to work with Learning Express. Do you know Learning Express? Okay, so it's a store, and they used to sell Beanie Babies, and so she would bring home a new Beanie Baby like once a week, just like, hey, here's a new baby. Every Thanksgiving, I'm so embarrassed to tell. I've never told anyone this story.
Let's go.
Every Thanksgiving, I would take out my Beanie Babies, and I would have a fake football game between my Beanie Babies.
Who would win?
It depended, man. Sometimes the Beaver team would just come out, you know. Bucky,
Oh my God.
Bucky was my team captain. You could look him up. Bucky was the Beaver. And I don't remember who the other. I think the Doberman, whatever his name was. But those were my 2 captains. And Bucky would sometimes. He was my favorite. Because I think his birthday was April 2nd.
Oh, nice.
I think.
Oh, happy birthday, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man. I saw this streamer, by the way. So I was. How was your phone call? Everything okay?
Oh, we're good, man.
You know your headset was on while you were on the phone call.
I don't know how to turn it off.
Okay, great. So
Take it out.
I saw a streamer the other day.
Yeah.
I saw a streamer the other day. He bought a $30,000 box of Pokemon cards, and halfway through the Pokemon cards he was opening, he was at $30,000.
Wow.
So he made his money back, and he was trying to like get all these like rare cards, and apparently like the first edition Butterfree, there was like maybe 100 that were misspelled, and they added an extra D, so it was like Butterfreed. So he was trying to find those, and he was trying to find a first edition.
I think I had.
If you have that, that's like super rare.
I think I had one of those.
It's like $3,000, I want to say.
Could you imagine as a kid, like thinking back, like, oh, I did have one of those. I hated it because it was wrong.
Because it was wrong, so I threw it out.
I'm not kidding. I think that was me.
These ride chips are very good, by the way.
Oh, I'm so jealous of you right now. Yeah, so Butterfreed was a thing. If you had a first edition Pikachu and Eevee,
Eevees are big.
they're like $500 a pop now. Which is crazy because he pulled out like 18 of them in like 3 packs. It was crazy.
Wow.
So I never played Pokemon. I only collected it because I liked the art.
Mm-hmm.
But I played a fuck ton of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I still have most of the cards I owned. And every once in a while they'll release like, because we were talking about that, me and Chris were talking about this. Now all the kids that grew up with that stuff have money. So they're like, re-release the base set of the Pokemon cards. They'll fucking buy it because they were kids and now they have money. They'll just spend on it.
Yeah.
So for Yu-Gi-Oh, what they'll do is I always wanted like the exact decks that the characters were using on the show. Because like, oh, those are the cards you see on the show. Those are the cards I want. But those are always rarer to get. But now what they'll do is they'll release box sets of like the show, like his show deck with every card that he used in the show, like shit like that. Just to prey on people. And I'm a sucker for it, and I'll buy it every time.
You would.
But I'm gonna grab something. I have 2 binders of Pokemon cards. They're not the originals, but they are stuff like I collected. So talk amongst yourselves.
You got to take a phone call.
Yeah.
I got.
That's the next evolution of my. So like part of my collecting right now is I've bought a few cards from people online, just like sets or just like boxes of random or whatever. I've bought a couple of like unopened older packs online. I've acquired my set from when I was a kid. I've acquired a few of my friends' sets that they've either sold to me or given to me or whatever, but I haven't yet. And so I've just been like organizing them and like putting them places and like putting them in binders and whatever. But I haven't gotten to like go to like the store and like buy a pack and open the pack. You know what I mean?
Right,
so like I'm
yeah.
to get to that next level of like
And I
everything is where I want it. Now I can start opening and
once you start, you're gonna like maybe you had a bad day at work and you'd be like, you know, I'm just gonna go to Target and just get one, and then you're gonna be like, oh well, I'm missing. I don't know how baseball cards work, but like the Pokemon cards are all numbered. It's like one out of the set is 300 card, whatever. And I'm also a completionist, and if I don't have all of them, it pisses me off. Like these cards, they're not complete, but whatever. But like, I have a couple binders that are just like cards I used to get when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And like try to finish the set, whatever. And I mean, I love doing shit like that. To the point where I would just buy, I would go on like buy piecemeal cards for like 20 cents, and just to finish that, whatever. I might do that with like those old, because I've seen those old base set cards. Yeah, there's some big hitters like $7,000 card, whatever, but a lot of them are just $2 for this like growler.
I dig it.
Yeah, I might do some of that because I like it. But I spent so much money on garbage from my childhood.
Yeah, I mean, Hufflepuff also said that. Welcome back, Hufflepuff.
Yeah, Hufflepuff.
But yeah, I mean, again, if I find it, so that also kind of brings me to our last point that I kind of just want to touch on, because I don't know, whatever. So I'm doing like Christmas shopping. And so I got my whole family the same gift. Have you seen this website Cameo?
Yeah.
Yo, who'd you get?
Who'd you get?
All right, so hear me out, y'all.
Your camera also went super pixely. I don't know why.
So did yours.
Oh, I guess it's a Discord right now. Okay,
yeah, it's probably so. All right, so I got my dad. My dad is not going to watch this podcast, so it's okay. I got my dad, Bobby Valentine. Y'all know, you know Bobby Valentine?
Yeah, Bobby V.
Bobby Valentine was the manager of the New York Mets from 94 to 2002, maybe. A couple years.
Something like that.
He's on Cameo.
So is this an app that you download?
Yeah, well, it's a website. So it's a website. You look up the talent, you request the talent, and you give them like a brief, like 250 characters, like, what do you want? So I got Bobby Valentine. I got my mom, Justin Guarini. Tell me you know who Justin Guarini is. Y'all are... Justin Guarini should have won American Idol Season 1.
I see that, American Idol.
Oh, from Justin to Kelly.
He lost to Kelly Clarkson, but he
From
was
Justin to
clearly
Kelly,
better. He's also, fun fact, so he lost to Kelly Clarkson.
Bit.
He's what?
He's that guy from the Dr. Pepper commercial.
He's the guy from the Dr. Pepper commercial.
Yeah.
So I got...
So sweet.
Me and my mom used to watch that all the time, so I got her Justin Guarini.
Okay.
And I got my brother, the guy who plays Chewbacca now.
Oh, yeah, the new guy.
He's on there. He did the last 3 movies.
Yeah.
Because the other guy, passed away.
Peter Mayhew.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
So I'm like super excited to see if they like email me back. I'm excited to see Bobby Valentine. But every time I think of like nostalgia, I think like 90s Mets, Ray Ordonez, Bobby Valentine, Mike Piazza. So like the amount of money I would give.
Rookie card.
Dude, nice.
From the Dodgers.
From the Dodgers.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Also, childhood stuff, I used to buy a lot of Legos, but only like Star
Yeah.
Wars sets. I never
My
bought like
brother's in the Legos.
box of Legos. So what I did recently, again, feeling down, I just bought some fucking Legos. I just have them
Nice.
on my desk.
I've never been into Legos ever in my life,
A lot of fun.
but I am in. I don't know if you guys know this about me. I'm very into architecture. I like looking at architecture.
Oh, I did not know. That's interesting. But like those Lego architecture
So
sets are
so I just saw they have
You're
like
like I have a friend, Art Vandelay, who's actually really into architecture too.
Okay, well, you don't have to be rude about it.
I'm serious.
Ryan,
Art Vandelay, the architect.
I've looked at those. Some of those are really expensive, so I never get them.
Yeah.
But those look super fucking cool.
But it's just like cool. Like, so you can have like the Empire State Building. You can have the I don't know, the CN Tower in Toronto. I just made that up. What is the Space Needle
In Seattle.
in Seattle?
I think you're right about CN Tower in Toronto, by the way.
So it just like seems cool. I think you could do like the Golden Gate Bridge. I also made that up. I don't know, but they also have like stuff like this is not architecture, but like the Millennium Falcon. I would do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to have not the Falcon. I had at the time was I think one of the bigger sets was very expensive, like the Star Destroyer that you could open. It was fucking this big. But the newest set I just looked. I was just watching. To go to bed, I'll put on like Lego speed builds, and it's just relaxing music and people building shit. And I think the newest official biggest set is the Colosseum. It is an architecture one, and it looks fucking rad. It's expensive.
That's
but
why
it looks cool.
That's why I like Civ so much, because you have like those wonders that you could like just build. You know what I mean?
I'm also, you know what, Ryan? I'm also into architecture. I love just walking around and looking at buildings.
It's just like looking at
Going to
buildings.
museums.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just dope.
So I do when I would go to New like no memeing, but when I go to New York and go to Manhattan, whatever, I'd love just walking around just looking at stuff.
Yeah, it's just like awesome to see the skyline and just like kind of see like if you go into like some of these old church like the old churches like in Ireland, like the churches were incredible.
Yeah. I'm super into history, and I've talked about it before. I think in person with you guys, but I took a trip to DC, probably like after high school at some point, and I love going to historical spots and then just sitting there and be like, there was like people hundreds of years ago that sat in the same spot and like touched the same building, and this is all the same stuff. I love going to old places like that. I mean, I grew up in Maryland, and Fort McHenry we used to go like every weekend, where they wrote the Star Spangled Banner. And we used to go in like those old prisons and through the fort and the old cannons and stuff. I love shit like that. I'm into architecture as well.
I was never into history until I got older. Like when I was in school, I used to hate history. But
history's so much fun.
Yeah, as I got older, I appreciate history.
Maybe it's why I like the prequels.
Of what?
Just Star Wars history.
Star Wars?
Just Star Wars history, baby.
Yo, sorry. Speaking of Star Wars, I'm sorry. I'm like kind of jumping everywhere. You remember that show, Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I love Whose Line Is It Anyway.
You guys remember Greg Proops?
Yeah. Episode 1, baby.
He was in episode 1.
He was the announcer at the pod race.
No, he was the two-headed person.
Yeah, he was the announcer at the pod race. That was the announcer.
That was the announcer?
Yeah.
I thought he was a racer.
Greg Proops played the American one, and then I think he also played the alien one, just made alien noises.
His name was Fode.
Yeah.
Fode.
Anakin Skywalker on the track. That's him.
He was also on Cameo. I almost got one for me, like of Greg Proops.
Here, I need you.
I just wanted you to say hi.
Well, I need you to recite the pod racing line, but instead of Anakin Skywalker, say Ryan Ross.
Oh my God, I think I'm gonna do that because his was pretty cheap. His was like $30. He must be hard. All right. Well, I mean, we've been going for an hour and 15. You wanna like wrap it up? You wanna keep going?
Yeah. There was 2 phone calls.
I think it's a good place to wrap.
We could wrap.
All right. So to wrap, I think we should wrap by going around the room again, of like talking about things we're looking forward to doing, like any TV shows, any video games, any music.
I got stuff.
Guilherme, you start again, man. We read Hebrew style, man. Go ahead.
Well, I'm waiting to get these goddamn consoles that nobody can find before I start playing video games again.
Don't say no one.
And if I okay, Ryan, I'm sorry, we're not all perfectly lucky and amazing in every way like Ryan. Just like, oh, I just walked into Best Buy and they just had a bunch. God damn, Ryan, I don't want to talk anymore. No, I just like having achievements and trophies. I don't want to buy them on the PC, but if it takes forever, like I want to play Assassin's Creed, I want to play Cyberpunk. I'll do it eventually, but I'm trying to hold out on that. Things we're looking forward to. Me and Chris talked about it today a lot, but they just had the Disney investor call and they just slated out the next 10 years of Star Wars and Marvel. And I'm just excited for that. Next Friday is the last episode of Mando, and then WandaVision starts. So that's TV.
Is it already the last one?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
8 episodes. I want to continue watching Rebels, get that under. And I might. Ryan, you got a haircut.
Thank you, man. Thanks for noticing. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Chris, you're always getting a haircut.
Yeah.
You got your style, whatever. I'm gonna commit back to getting long again.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna do it. I cut my hair in March for MPA, and then the world shut down. And my plan was to let it grow during the summer, and then in October cut it before the first marching performance. None of that happened. So I might just maybe at the year, maybe in March again, I'll reevaluate. But right now I can put it back again. It's getting long. Like you pull out the sides, it's getting long again. I might just commit maybe for a full year. Maybe 2 years.
Love it. Yes.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to all the Marvel stuff and playing video games.
Cool.
Like always.
See you, Rod.
I'm looking forward to I think by the next time we have a podcast, I have a feeling that we're all just going to be like more used to everything. I feel like as like days and weeks have gone on, I feel like a lot of us have become more veteran to how the world is now. And I'm looking forward to just like, for this not being the new normal anymore, for this just being like, this is just our life now. We're just, you know what I mean? And you're just kind of like having more clarity. So I guess I'm not necessarily excited for specific music or anything specific like that. I'm just excited for more clarity. Boom!
All right, man.
Take that.
I heard that in real life before I heard it. I was like, what happened? And then, yeah, I got it.
And then there it was. All right. Well, I think, I mean, I'm a simple man, you know? I do have a new Xbox, but, you know, not that I'm using it properly because I'm about 5 years behind on my games. And that's being generous. I just finished Kingdom Hearts Recoded. It was miserable. I don't know what I watched for 4 hours. Yeah, it was a 4-hour movie. I have no idea what happened.
Garbage.
I'm super excited to get into Kingdom Hearts 3. Finally, 2 years later. I'm going to start learning how to speedrun Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm going to be a speedrunner, boys. I'm excited for Cyberpunk on Xbox, even though it kind of looks like shit, apparently.
On the one, it looks like shit. I think on the Series X should be okay.
Me and Gilly started a farm maybe a week ago. I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to do Civ some more. They just released some new content for Civ, so I'm excited to get into that. And dude, I know I'm speaking for both of y'all. I am super excited to hear like a full band again. Like just a full, just hearing a full B flat triad out of tune, but everyone's playing it at least. I'm excited about that. There's nothing better than that. So I hope we get back soon, man. You know.
Before we wrap, a quick question about life after because the vaccine got approved yesterday by the FDA. I think in my I guess not a question. In my personal life, I think I'm adopting the mask forever. Not like to go out, but I think if I start feeling under the weather, or maybe like around flu season, I'll throw that puppy on.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel anything. Like I don't feel constricted. I was gonna tweet it today. My favorite thing that came out of, sarcastically, my favorite thing that came out of this whole thing is like old white women telling people, like, I went to Walmart today and there was a guy collecting carts in the parking lot. It's like, you know, they can't make you wear that outside too. And then it's like, I like how in their eyes, it's unfathomable that people maybe feel a little safer or feel better. They're just like, oh, they're making you, so they're doing that. It's like, I want to wear it. And people are like, oh, you should take that off. They can't make you wear it outside. It's like, yeah, I'm wearing it for me. But I think in my personal life, even going back, I'm going to go, if I'm feeling sick or people around me are feeling sick, I'll just throw it on. That's my
I think
my
I
thing.
think you're in the majority in that one, man. I think a lot more people are going to do that than we think. Well, you know what, man? God bless you guys. Happy holidays, man.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Happy third night of Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy third night of Hanukkah.
We got the menorah out.
Shalom. Happy New Year. I think we're gonna do another podcast after New Year because we're all going on vacation.
Probably.
I won't be here. Yeah.
So this is a great comeback story, Kim Kardashian style.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian style,
and
baby.
yeah, enjoy the new year. I'm happy to see you guys.
This was the On That Note Christmas special season 1.5. The title says 2. That's wrong.
What 1.5 comeback train. So all right.
And the caption should be the boys can't not help talk about food.
I think every episode is going to be that. All right.
Yeah.
On that note, we're out. We'll see you next time.
Hit the banjos.